So there you are, the Thanksgiving table. Unfortunately, little Timmy said the right or the wrong thing about the lead political candidate out there in the world right now. And now you're very upset. You need to change your will to include or exclude little Timmy because, good Lord, you know you need to do it. So today I wanted to talk to you about how to change your will. And in case you have any kind of new additions or subtractions you're going to make to your will, how do you make that happen? So before I tell you how to do that, you can find me at my website, www.legionlawpllc.com. You can go to my website and schedule a free consultation over the phone with me. So, changing your will in Texas, what do you do? Well, in Texas, we call it a codicil, which is a weird word to say amendment, essentially. A codicil is spelled C-O-D-I-C-I-L, and essentially it just means you're changing one paragraph to another. That's pretty much it. So a codicil is going to look pretty straightforward. It could be 1 or 2 pages where you say, I have this will, it is dated this day, I signed it then, and here's the paragraph. I identify the section, and this is what the paragraph currently says, and now I'm going to change the paragraph to say this new paragraph. That's pretty much it. But unfortunately, codicils have really strict requirements in Texas. You want to make sure that it's done the exact same way. So when I say done, I mean signed, executed, notarized, the exact same way as a normal will. So you have to get it signed. You have 2 witnesses who are above 14 years old, who aren't named in the will or the codicil, and you get it notarized from a notary that says we can verify these witnesses are who they say they are. You have to do all that, make sure it's done correctly, even if you're changing 1 sentence in the entire will. So that's very, very important to remember. Additionally, a codicil is going to possibly cause some concerns where if you change 1 paragraph in that will, who's to say it's not going to change other paragraphs throughout the rest of the will? And that's a major concern, because if your will doesn't make sense because your codicil says one thing and it conflicts with a whole bunch of other things, then we have a problem, and people can come in and bust a will or make it so the will is completely invalid if you did the codicil incorrectly and the amendment does not correctly reflect what you're looking for. So my recommendation, well, it's not even a recommendation, another path, instead of just simply doing a codicil and creating an amendment and going through this whole process, do maybe 10% more effort and just make a brand new will. And I know that sounds kind of crazy because you're thinking, I just need to change 1 paragraph, but really, if you already have the document already good to go, you already have the draft of the will, you can just make that change and then do the entire new will and then just revoke the old one. At that point, you got a brand new will with all the paragraphs in alignment with one another, and you don't have to worry about anything. So that is an option. Most of them, I mean, they cost almost the exact same in the amount of effort, time, cost, attorney's fees, stuff like that. So it's really, like I said, maybe 10-20% more effort to just do a brand new will that guarantees you're going to be okay versus 20% less effort and time and cost, but you have a question mark as to whether or not this is going to affect you in the future. So that's my thought on that. You can go either direction, but that's kind of how you would change change your will. And if you watch my other videos, there are very, very specific requirements on revoking old documents or changing them or getting rid of the old documents. So make sure you do that as well, because if you don't, you could be in a world of trouble. So I wish I could just simply say, hey, cross it out, write it in, that's it. But it's not true in Texas. And if you do that, that's going to cause a lot of problems. So you got to do it through this formal process of creating an amendment, making sure it's done correctly. So if you have any questions on this or anything else, you can email me directly, Derek, D-E-R-E-K, at legionlawpllc.com, or you can find me on my website, www.legionlawpllc.com. You can go to the Contact Us page and schedule a free consultation over the phone and chat with me directly about this. So thank you so much and have a great day.